Now stay with the matters of elections, and that's the 2022 election, and the IEBC has rejected the list of nominees for 79 political parties, saying they failed to comply to the Elections Act of 2011 and the Election General Regulations of 2012. The parties now have 7 days to submit fresh lists of nominees, as Bridget Singana now reports.
Across the cadres, here we have
At the closing ceremony of the concluded week-long training of election officials, IEBC delivered a shocker for political parties by cancelling the proposed list of nominees it has received and instead calling for a fresh list.
Guided by the provisions of Section 34, 6A of the Elections Act and Regulation 55 of the General Elections Regulations 2012, the Commission reviewed the submitted lists to ensure compliance. None of the submitted 79 party lists were compliant, and they stand rejected for various reasons documented for each respective party.
IEBC saying that the cancellation follows complaints that political parties did not follow the requirements of the Political Parties Act and that some of the nominees are currently serving their terms and even vying for electoral positions.
So there are various reasons, and they are peculiar to each political party, including also cases where you have candidates who are participating in this year's election also appearing on the lists. Now, the law does not allow candidates who are running to also appear on those party lists.
Political parties now have a week to present the new lists of nominees that not only meet the two-thirds gender rule that will see parties fill in 12 of the nominee positions at the National Assembly, among which 2 of the seats will be reserved for the youth and 2 for persons living with disability. In the Senate, the 20 slots for nominees will also have among them 2 seats reserved for the youth and 2 for persons living with disability. And at the 47 county assemblies, the nomination positions will be a third of all the ward representative seats. Chebukati says the commission is on course in the printing of ballot papers, with IEBC waiting for the conclusion of all election disputes in court. Printing of presidential ballot papers begins next week.
Presidential will start on today's 15th. Between today and 20th, the printing of presidential ballot papers will be taking place. I'm also aware that some of the cases will be concluded today. We hope that by the end of the day we shall have everything done. Then the Commission will be at liberty to conclude the printing of ballot papers.
Political parties are required to submit their new lists with the Register of Political Parties for vetting and not with IEBC. Parties that will fail to meet the 7-day deadline risk being locked out of having nominees in the coming parliament. Bridget Singana, NTV, Nakuru.